guys. All right, it's time for math. We are going to be doing lesson 2 today in module 3, and you're going to need a few things today. So let me share and show you what we're going to be doing today. It says, I can compare length by finding objects longer than, shorter than, and equal in length to that of a string. So you might have some string or yarn at your house that you can use. If you don't, you can just get a piece of paper and we can use that. So in just a minute, I'll tell you exactly what you need to get, and I'll let you pause the video so you can go get it if you need it. It'll also be in the instructions what you need. But first, let's warm up. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're gonna slide past this today and we're gonna go straight to our application problem. All right, let's look at our application problem today. Now, I don't have my detective hat on today, and that's okay, but we're still number detectives. We can still follow the detective rules. First rule is that we always read through the whole entire problem first, okay? So let's read and see what it wants us to do. Jordan has 3 stuffed animals, a giraffe, a bear, and a monkey. The giraffe is longer than the monkey. The bear is shorter than the monkey. Sketch the animals from shortest to longest to show how tall each animal is. Okay, so we're gonna have to draw some animals. Now, if you're anything like me, your drawing skills are decent, but they're not great. That's okay. You may have great drawing skills. If you don't, it's okay. So let's look and see what we need to draw, okay? We've got 3 stuffed animals. We need to draw a giraffe, a bear, and a monkey. So there's our 3. Now let's look and see what it says. It wants us to draw us from the shortest to the longest to show how tall each animal is. So let's go back and look for clues. The giraffe is longer than the monkey. Okay, so the giraffe is longer than the monkey. The bear is shorter than the monkey. So if the giraffe is taller than the monkey and the bear is shorter than the monkey, where's the monkey going to be? It's going to be in the middle. So let's do that. Let's put the monkey in the middle. I'm going to draw my monkey. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be a good monkey or not. That's not a very good monkey, but that's okay. All right, there's my monkey. He's kind of silly looking. All right, now the giraffe is taller than the monkey, or longer. So I'm going to draw part of my giraffe. Here. There's his long neck. And here. All right, there's my giraffe. I better put some spots on him. Okay. Now, the bear is shorter than the monkey, so we're going to make a bear. We're going to make him a little smaller than the monkey. Here's my bear. You're going to put them in order from the shortest to the longest. So the bear is shorter than the monkey, but the giraffe is longer than the monkey. Or taller, okay? So you're gonna draw from the shortest to the tallest. So the bear is the shortest, the monkey is in the middle, and the giraffe is the tallest. So did we draw animals to show from the shortest to the longest? Yes, we did. So now we're case closed. We can keep on going. So you can go ahead and erase. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share off the video before I pause it. And I want you guys to look and see what it is. Uh-oh, sorry, I didn't have it pulled up yet. I thought I had it pulled up. All right, let's get our video in here. We're on lesson 2. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pause my video so you can see what all we need for today's lesson.
marvelous mathematicians. It's Miss Kaylin here.
Hi, Miss
Ready
Kaylin.
to guide you through another lesson. Today we'll be finding items that are longer than, shorter than.
Sorry, friends.
For today's lesson, you will need 5 things: a string or strip of paper, a glue stick, scissors, a sheet of paper, and one of your shoes.
Okay, now, here's the 5 things you need today. I just took regular notebook paper and I cut a piece to follow with what it goes. Don't cut anything until she tells you to. You'll need a glue stick, some scissors, and one of your shoes. Now, if you do not have any of these materials, it's okay. You can follow along in our video. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started and see what we're doing today.
Pause the video now to collect your materials, and we'll be ready to go when you get back.
And we're ready to go, aren't we?
Welcome to today's class. This group of students is learning to measure just like you are. They're going to help us today. This is Malik. The class is going to see if they can find any items that are longer than, shorter than Malik's shoe. Mathematicians, look around this classroom. Do you see anything that might be longer than, shorter than Malik's shoe?
I see a bunch of stuff.
Oh, I see one. I really want to compare the length of the yellow paper on the bulletin board to Malik's shoe. The problem is, the paper is so high. I don't want to make Malik lift his leg up over the bookshelf or take his shoe off. So, mathematicians, what else could I do? And don't forget, we do have a strip of paper and this string for some reason. What do you think we could do?
Could we measure the shoe?
Great thinking, mathematicians. We can use one of our tools to help us. I'm going to use a string, and I'm going to cut the string so that it's equal length to Malik's shoe. You can either use your string, or if you have a strip of paper, you can use that. And I want you to cut it so it's the same length as your shoe. We're going to work at the same time, so if I go a little faster than you, that's okay. Just pause the video, and I'll be ready for you when you get back. Watch as I measure the shoe. Notice how I line my string up right on the end point and string it all the way to the other end point so I can get an accurate measurement. Then I will cut my string right where it ended at the shoe. Perfect.
Now, if you're using paper instead of string, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take one end point of your paper and line it up with the end point of your shoe, and you're going to cut at the other end point. Okay. If you need an adult to help you, you can get them to help you do this part. Okay. Now, I have my paper that I cut. This is not my shoe. I actually took my son's shoe and I measured out his shoe. Okay. So this is not quite as big as my foot.
Let's go ahead and check just to make sure the string is the same length as the shoe. Looks good to me. Welcome back, stellar students. So, the string that we just cut is the same length as what again?
Same length as the shoe, right?
Oh, right, yes. It's the same as Malik's shoe. Now, I should be able to walk over to the bulletin board and compare to see if the paper is longer or shorter than Malik's shoe. Let's do that now. I'm going to use the string I cut to see if it's longer or shorter than the paper. Let me just grab that off the board. And mathematicians, what do I need to do to make sure we have an accurate comparison?
We want to line up our endpoints on the paper and either the string or the paper you cut.
I remember, yes. We need to make sure that we line up the ends, just like we were. Let's go ahead and compare now. Watch as I compare this string that we know is the same length as Malik's shoe to the paper from the wall. Pause the video now and compare your string you cut or the strip of paper you cut to the sheet of paper you gathered for your materials.
Okay, so I have just a regular piece of notebook paper, and I'm going to see if I can't measure, whoops, wrong way. I'm gonna see if I can't measure mine to see if it's accurate. So I've got my strip of paper and my regular notebook paper. I'm gonna line it up so that my paper that I cut and my notebook paper are the same endpoint. And I'm gonna come all the way down here and I'm going to put my finger where it ends. Okay, so here's where my strip of paper ends. Now, is my paper longer or shorter than the shoe paper? My paper is longer, but my shoe paper is shorter. So that means the shoe is shorter than the paper.
So which is longer, the string or the paper?
For me, my paper was longer. For her, her paper was longer. What about for you?
And after comparing, we saw the paper is longer than the string. So the paper is longer than the string, and the string is the same length as Malik's shoe. Which is longer, Malik's shoe or paper?
The paper. Remember,
point to the button on the screen.
our strip of paper or our string was the same length as the shoe.
Malik's shoe.
And it was shorter than the paper. So the paper's longer than the shoe.
You're correct if you said the paper is longer than Malik's shoe. Let's put that on the board in our virtual classroom. Class, we found something that was longer than Malik's shoe. Now, I want you to look around the classroom and see if you can find anything that might be shorter than Malik's shoe. Pause the video now and look around the classroom. Is there anything that you see that might be shorter than Malik's shoe?
I see some stuff.
I see a few things too. I see a few things that might be shorter than Malik's shoe. Let's try that glue stick. We'll grab it from the classroom. I bet if I compare this to the string, we'll see that this is shorter than Malik's shoe. Let's try. Mathematicians, I'm pretty confident about this, but I just want to check it. Can I use this string to see if Malik's shoe is longer or shorter than that glue stick? Or do I have to
Good
actually...
afternoon. I thought I had given away all of the.
I'm so sorry, guys. Let's try again. Can we use our string and paper? Yep.
You know, yes, I can. I can use the string because it's the same length as Malik's shoe. So I can compare it with the glue stick.
Got my glue
I
stick.
want you to
and I
compare
got my
your
paper.
glue stick to the string that you cut or the strip of paper that you cut.
Remember,
Remember to line up the endpoints. And we're going to work at the same time again. And if I go faster than you, that's okay. Pause the video when you need to and finish working. And I will see you when you get back.
okay, so I'm going to take my glue stick and my paper and I'm going to line it up on the endpoints.
Aaron Wright.
Guys, it's the perks of working in a classroom. Okay, so I'm going to line up my strip of paper. I'm going to try to keep it as straight as I can to the end point of my glue stick. See how it's at the, can you see it? I'm trying to keep it straight right there. Now, is my glue stick longer or shorter than my paper? It's shorter than my paper.
What do you see?
I see that the glue stick is shorter than her string.
That's what I see too. The string is longer than the glue stick. That means Malik's shoe is longer than the glue stick.
Just
or
like,
we can say the glue stick is shorter.
My shoe is longer than the glue stick. Or the glue stick is
Let's write
shorter.
that on the board in our virtual classroom. Using the string was such an easy way to compare the length of Malik's shoe to the length of other objects. Now, can we figure out which is longer, the paper or the glue stick? Let's think of it in comparison to the string. If the paper is longer than Malik's shoe and the glue stick is shorter than Malik's shoe, then blank is longer than blank. Can you finish that sentence?
We can.
Which is longer, the paper or the glue stick?
We know that the paper is
Point to which
longer
button you
than the
think is
glue
correct
stick.
now. You're totally right. The paper is longer than the glue stick. Let's write that last statement on the board of our virtual classroom. Well, mathematicians, you did it! You
Woo!
completed today's lesson. You worked so hard today, and I can just feel your brains growing. So, repeat after me. My brain is great.
My brain is great.
My brain will grow.
My brain will grow.
The harder I work,
The harder I work,
the more I'll know.
the more I'll know.
Now, take a little secret dance break before you get to your problem set.
Whoops, secret dance break. My favorite kind.
Your must-do problems today are number 1 through 6. You're going to need a new piece of string or strip of paper to complete today's problem set. Work hard for 10 minutes, and scholars, I will see you next time. Have a great time. Bye.
Okay, so let's exit out of here and let's pull up our problem set real quick. Oop, didn't have it already up. There we go. Now let's look and see. She said we're going to need a new either string or piece of paper. Okay. Now it says use the paper strip provided by your teacher to measure each picture. Circle the words you need to make this sentence true, then fill in the blank. Okay, friends, now you did not get a piece of paper from me to complete this assignment. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take a regular piece of notebook paper. I'll stop sharing just for a second. You're going to take a regular piece of notebook paper that has the lines on it, okay? You're going to count from the bottom or the top, which either way, and count 9 lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to cut at that 9 line here. So let's, okay. So you'll have 9 lines on this paper. This is 9 centimeters. This is what you're going to use to measure your work today. Okay. So let's look at what it wants us to do. It says use the strip of paper provided by your teacher to measure each picture. We have our 9 centimeter line paper. Circle the words you need to make the sentence true, then fill in the blank. Now, here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of paper and I'm going to line up my endpoint. I know you can't see me doing this on my paper and tell me how long it is. Now, the bat is the same length as my paper strip. So I'm going to circle the words the same length, okay? Then I'm going to measure my book from one endpoint to the other, and my book is shorter than the paper strip. So I'm going to circle shorter than. So then at the bottom, it says the baseball bat is blank the book. Is the baseball bat longer than, shorter than, or the same length as the book? Well, if the book is shorter than the paper and the baseball bat is the same length, then we can say the baseball bat is longer than the book, okay? Now, number 2, complete the sentences with longer than, shorter than, or the same length as to make the sentences true. You can still use your, if you need to, your little paper strip. The tube is blank the cup. So here's my tube, here's my cup. Is the tube longer, shorter, or the same as the cup? Again, you can use your paper to measure and see which one it is. Same thing with your ironing board and the iron. And then you're going to come down here to problems 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now it says to use measurements from problems 1 and 2. Here's my problems 1. Here's my problems 2. Okay. It wants to know, is the baseball bat longer or shorter than the cup? Is the cup longer or shorter than the ironing board? Is the ironing board longer or shorter than the book? Then it wants you to put these order these objects from the shortest to the longest, the cup, the tube, and the paper strip. Here's our paper strip. Which one's the shortest? It's gonna go first, then the next one, and then the longest will go last, okay? Now guys, again, if you don't have something to measure, something to measure this with, just take a piece of notebook paper, cut 9 different lines, cut up to 9 lines. You should have 9 little blanks here, okay? That will help you. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I'll help you any way that I can, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you on your next lesson. Bye, friends.